Welcome to Uncommon Courtesy.
Where we give you the courtesy of conversation.
That's uncommonly spoke of.
I'm D-Mac.
I'm Wesley.
And this is breaking news. Trump rolls back 1960s-era civil rights measure. I'm going to do a little reading for everybody here. President Trump issued a sweeping executive order revoking decades of diversity, affirmative action practices in federal government. Why it matters. This takes the current pushback on diversity, equity, and inclusion into the next stratosphere, abolishing decades of government standards on diversity and equal opportunity and seeking to crack down on the same in the private sector. Trump orders revokes that President Johnson signed in September 24th, 1965, more than 2 years after the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. gave I Have a Dream speech at the Lincoln Memorial. LBJ's order gave the Secretary of Labor the authority to ensure equal opportunity for people of color and women in federal contractors, recruitment, hiring, training, and other employment practices. It required federal contractors to refrain from employment discrimination and take affirmative action to ensure equal opportunity based on race, color, religion, and national origin. The order came more than a year after Johnson signed the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and months after he signed the Voting Rights Act following the violent attack on voting rights advocates in Selma, Alabama. The reverse comes after 5 GOP presidents, including Trump during his first term, kept the Johnson executive order in place while others expanded it through amendments.
Yeah, this is to me, this is just his first bite out of the civil rights apple. It's just him taking his first little chunk out of it. This is a groundbreaking decision that he decided to make. This is a Project 2025 type of decision that you guys need to go back and look and see what's in there. The reason why I believe he did not take down the entire Civil Rights Act is because he couldn't. He needs an act of Congress to do so, but he probably has most of the votes to do it, if not all the votes to do something like that. I'm not sure if they can have to put together a filibuster in the Senate to get it done, but he has the votes in the House. Trust me. I mean, what he's going to do is preface it under the fact of we don't want transgenders. We don't want to have people have to serve transgenders or the whole DEI thing that he's already been putting it under, and you guys have been running with as well. I'm talking about people of color. To me, when I look at everybody else, I know what their agenda is. It's been the same agenda we've had in this country for hundreds of years. We're heading back to 1860, 1859, really. You know what I'm saying? But even before the civil war of this country, we look at the fact of what's going on. We all can tell this is not. He's not doing this to help the nation. He's doing this because if it were to help the nation, he would understand that it's only been since 1865 these laws were in place. 60 years. This country's been around hundreds of years.
1965. Excuse me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's only been 60 years. That's been 60 years ago, pretty much. So I mean, it's not because things in this country have gotten better for the people who it was worse for. We all know what's truly happening.
See, what they did is they took all the DEI stuff and they tried to wrap it in like it was a problem. Because to them, you know what I'm saying, like I've told people this the whole time. I was like, I don't know why anybody thinks these people would sit here and let anyone take this country from them that they fought tooth and nail to steal or to take. Excuse me, they didn't take it. They didn't steal it. They took
Freudian slip. They stole that too. They stole it too.
Yeah.
Through fake treaties and everything else. They stole the land as well.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm saying it's like, who thought they was going to the darkness about this? You know what I'm saying? Some people, you got to like dig deep and understand what's about to happen. Like, this is just a piece of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have to hire you nowhere no more. You know what I'm saying? Soon you ain't going to be able to eat nowhere with them. Do you understand that? Soon you won't even you won't be allowed to go to golf courses, restaurants, nightclubs. Do you understand what they just did to you? And this is just the start of it. Some of you voted against your own best interest.
This is what I've been talking about this entire time. People wonder why they say, "Oh, you're so strong with the Democrats. Why this? Why that?" I know where my best interests are right now. This is a marriage of convenience for me. This is not. I'm not in this for the long haul. Period. No, I know I got 60 votes damn near in the Democratic Congress. They need those 60 votes. I know I got 4 or 5, I think 5 senators in the Democrat Senate right now. They need us. I know I've had a president there. I know I've had a vice president there. I know I've had a female candidate who ran for president who could have been president of this nation there.
So soon the police will have full immunity. And then when they, repeal the rest or take back the rest of the Civil Rights Act, they'll have full immunity. And so when somebody doesn't want you somewhere, they can just call the police and take you out. We've been telling you guys this for a long time. And this is actually really sad to look at. Like, you can be I was upset with people that voted for Trump, but, I tried to find like an easy medium. But I lost my rights today. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? Like,
Absolutely.
I lost my rights today.
And it's been people say you didn't lose any rights. You were just going off of fair merit. Do you think that's true? Do you believe in fair merit? Do you believe that
we wouldn't have these laws on the books
in the first place? Go to Canada where they have laws on the books where they're required to hire so many people of color in certain positions. The reason why they have to have them there is because for years, forget years, for decades, for hundreds of years, they've had it so that your people could be in those positions, and it's been passed on to your person. They've hired more people who look like themselves, who were not qualified for those jobs. They hired them above everybody else, pushed them above everybody else all the time. So you guys, I'm gonna say, like,
it's like this. Check it out. You got all these people around you that ain't you. You know what I'm saying? That don't look like me. You need to really, like, take notice and look around at the people around you, because some of them, they voted against your best interest. I ain't never lost my rights before unless I committed a crime. You know what I'm saying? With a pen swoop.
I've listened to people who look like me vote against their own best interest. I looked at people who were poor vote against their own best interest.
Like
talking to a person who they thought was going to vote for them, who they thought just because he had a couple of dollars and he spoke your language, that he was going to do what you needed him to do. Look at what Lyndon B. Johnson said to you guys already. You said you tell the lowliest of white men, you make them feel like they're better than the best of the black men, and they'll give you the last dollar out of their pocket. And that's exactly what y'all did.
I mean, yeah, it's a pretty sad moment here in America.
We
you know what I'm saying? Like, I know Democrats ain't shit. I know that for a fact. You know what I'm saying? But you guys need to, link up with whoever's solid with you and figure out a plan, because the rest of it is coming.
What is ain't? I mean, when we say ain't, what are we talking about? Are we saying take our civil rights away? Are we saying start chipping away at the civil rights laws? Because this is what they're going to do. They're going to make you all look at this as something that's against, we're against more of the LGBTQ thing. So we want to make sure we don't have to serve them in our stores. But what that's going to say is I reserve the right to serve who I want. Now imagine going to Idaho or something like this. Imagine going anywhere in a lot of states in America where there's very, very few people who look like me and you, very few people who are people of color in certain areas. What do you think they're going to serve? They're going to have the decision to do so. This is tearing our nation apart bit by bit. This is what his intentions were. That's why he's heading into cities, blue states, in the large cities where there's people of color, and doing all these ICE raids, because he wants to see somebody step up or buck up so he can have a reason to fight back. But he won't do it. We won't go to rural areas where there's a lot of these people at, because those people right there voted for him and they need those people to work for him. So if he went in there and took those, that's easy. That's an easy taking right there. He can go to a farm and round up hundreds of them right there. Yeah. A few farms, easy money. But he wants to go to blue cities where he knows they were already bust into. It's not because people want to go there, because there's so many jobs for them, because people aren't, you got to have W-2, you got to have Social Security, all kind of stuff to get jobs in these places. You know what I mean? So this is a systematic taking apart of our country, ripping us apart and dividing us bit by bit. But it's okay to divide us because we've already been divided.
Well, no, it's already divided. There's the color people that the Civil Rights Act was for, and everybody else. And so, you know what I'm saying? As a person that just lost some rights today, or I mean, like my, not privilege, I guess my American rights today.
God-given rights, man.
You know what I'm saying? I was born into these rights and I lost them. And a lot of people, and a couple of people I know helped me do it. Help them do it.
And they're going to act like, well, it's okay. It's fine.
But you know what I think black people need to do? And I'm speaking to my people right now. Get away from everybody else. Get close to your own people. Build something and start something new. Because pretty soon we're going to have to stick to ourselves. And there's a lot of people that are around you right now that don't have your best interest. They like to call you the N-word, but they ain't never helped you go down to City Hall and pass a law. They never helped you grow nothing like that. No, they want to be the worst parts of your culture. Why they just probably voted to take away some of your rights. And
are happy about it. And it will smile on your face and everything else. Oh, man, that's messed up that happened. They don't care because it doesn't affect them. They need these things because they're dinosaurs, man. They're going extinct. And people don't really realize that's what's truly happening right now.
I don't even want to tell nobody I know like that because it's just going to be an issue. And I got to bounce. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to keep that to myself unless they bring it up to me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what are you talking about?
It's about me losing my rights. Because if they're ignorant to it, cool. I'm gonna let them be ignorant.
No, man, don't let them be ignorant to nothing, man. I'm saying everything. That's just how I get out.
Think about how many people you have to flash on.
I don't have to flash on. I'm just gonna tell you the truth. Get you away from me. I ain't got to flash on you about it. I ain't got to argue with you about it. I already know who you are. So I'm gonna treat you like how you really are. Treat you like the person that I know that you are. People are telling me, oh, you're getting a little bit too emotionally involved in this because I knew this was coming. I knew that. I saw this from a mile away. Y'all didn't see it. You guys were the ones who was bamboozled, hoodwinked, and wanted to believe that you were something that you weren't. You wanted to believe that you were a part of a system that you were never going to be a part of. You're not invited, man. You were not invited, but you stood there anyways, like John Bones Jones, and danced in front of the president, like he really cared about you. That's why he looked at him the way he did. Just stood there looking at him like, you don't even realize what I'm about to do to you, but you're good with it because you got your wife that's of another color. You think that you're in the club, but you're not.
You know what? Actually, this will probably be better for us anyways, because now we're just gonna have to hang out with each other.
It ain't
we either gonna kill each other. We're gonna have to fix some problems. And you know what's crazy? It's like the whole thing is just like waking a sleeping giant at this point. You know what I'm saying? Because now we got our focus back. You know what I'm saying? Now people can look around and be like, okay, I see who wants to destroy me, who wants to take away from me. You know, who wants me to be gone? Because at the end of the day, think about it. They're taking away our history. They're getting our history out the schools, and they're taking our rights away. So what comes next? Because you got to get rid of the person you're doing it to, too, right?
Hey, this is what I'm saying. I feel you 110%. This is
I've been saying this.
This is what I'm gonna say right here, man. I saw more women and people and men who were not black going for the rights they voted 92% lockstep. Black men voted about 83%. We dropped some. We did drop some. I saw a lot of us thinking that, oh, I'm going in this direction. You know what I mean? But you don't care. You'll still keep figuring out a reason to stay in the direction you went in. But I saw a lot of people who were not my color speaking up for this as well. So I don't feel like we just have to stay within our own kind. It's because some of them didn't even, some of my own, you know what I'm saying, didn't even say it's my own kind doing all the killing here. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, I may not be able to deal with you either. Because I know who you're going to vote for. I've watched my own people do it. And they smile and yuck about it.
Yeah.
Not make America great again. I heard them saying it to me. Period. You know what I'm saying? Now you're going to see what that means.
Yeah.
You're going to get an understanding of it. We've been trying to tell y'all.
Real quick is that's about to happen. They already fired all the DEI people out of everywhere. You know, man.
Done. They wanted look how many positions were lost across the nation. Y'all don't understand the reason why we are in last place in net worth in this nation. It's for a reason, man. There's a reason why we are. It's not because people are, oh, these guys came over here as immigrants. They came over here as immigrants, yes, but they came from something. They know where they came from. We have no clue. We were just released pretty much into the wild. Here you go, figure it out. And at the same time, you're trying to figure out, I'll beat you down at every single cross. Most of them didn't come here since we've been here. They came here later after we fought and got our heads busted in and dealt with everything that they never had to deal with. They came here when things were good. And now they're trying to tell us to sit back. Oh, man, you guys are tripping. I listen to people, even dudes who are from Africa. I got this girl on my page, right? She sits back and she's like, oh, I'm not racist. She's a Trumper through and through. She's a Caucasian lady. She's a Trumper through and through. But she's like, oh, I can't be racist. I'm dating the African man. And she got this African dude. He's probably a Trumper too, but he's from Africa. He don't understand what it took to get us here. He came later. You weren't here for everything we had to go through.
These rights were enacted.
Already done. We already took care of that. You got to sit over where you were at and deal with what you had to go. This is the land of milk and honey for you when you get here.
I'm gonna let it roll out with this. Our ancestors fought for these rights. They took ass whoopings for these rights. People died to get these rights on the books, and you voted against that. And you got to live with that. You know what I'm saying? Uncommon courtesy. We're going to keep you up to date because it's only going to get worse for us.